Hey guys, it's SJ and welcome to Journals and Dragons, a campaign bullet journal guide. Today I wanted to get started off with some basic character starter spreads and things you'll need to sort of get your journal set up and going. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for these first pages, I wanted a campaign title page. And on the left here, you'll see that I set up just an aesthetic spread to sort of set the tone of our campaign. And on the right is our party name that we've given ourselves. And I also put down when we started the campaign, just because I think it's fun to look back on down the line. Obviously, this spread can be completely left out or it can be simplified, but honestly, it's pretty easy and I think it adds a lot of character to your journal. It can be a lot of fun. I just used scraps of things I had around. I tea stained a piece of notebook paper, honestly kind of extra, but it was easy, and I just cut up a theme park map and threw the pieces on there. Yeah, and I think it looks pretty good. It's a really good start to your journal, so worth finding things to cut up around your house, I do think. And for these pages, I set up an ideals, traits, flaws, faction sort of collage page. I also threw in some quotes in there to sort of inspire me while I am playing the character. You'll see some Tolkien quotes, Pippin from not The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, as well as Jaskier from The Witcher. On the left there, you'll see my race, class, stuff like that, also my alignment. And then on the right, fears, flaws, ideals, motivations, stuff like that. Also a couple doodles. You'll see I'm a pretty boring person. I like very plain colors, green and a little bit of blue and then very bland colors, but this is definitely a page with a lot of opportunity for a lot of color and to make it look really nice and bright and really bring out your character. So here's the final product of that page. Another thing that I think is kind of fun to try is writing your name and what your character's handwriting might look like. Again, this is kind of extra unnecessary, but I think it's just a fun way to sort of get into your character's head. And this is what that looks like. We are finally to the most important spread today, and this is your character sheet. I obviously did a lot of doodles and things, but essentially this comes down to getting your most important information down in a way that's really quick and easy for you to reference. So if it's better for you to just do boxes and bulleted lists and circles, things like that, then definitely go for that. And I think bullet journaling makes this really easy. I think that's why I liked using my bullet journal for all of this information, or you can draw your eye with doodles to make it really quick to reference. It's also important to remember that you're doing this for you, so if there's any information that you tend to forget or just is really important, make sure you highlight that here. I have my bardic abilities, especially cutting words, because I always let my friends die because I forgot I had cutting words, so definitely make sure you get all of that important information on there. Also, don't forget to do your non-permanent information in erasable pen or pencil, like the weapons cache. I doodled that in erasable pen because while I hope they'll be with me for a while, they are subject to change. That might be common sense, but honestly I forget sometimes. And for this last page, also a very important one that will be referenced a lot, is skills, saving throws, and spell slots. And you'll see this is a pretty simple, easy page. The design is just very straightforward and simple. But again, you have to reference it pretty quickly, so I made sure to write nice and big so that I can read it easily. I'm getting old and I don't like to squint at lists, so I found this very helpful. And then on the spell slots page, I did those little circles in erasable pen because I do want them to stick around a little bit longer than a pencil would, but eventually they should change as you level up. So I did those circles in erasable pen, and during play I will fill them in with pencil. That way I can erase it and the pen is usually still there. It might wear away after a while, but it's usually still there for at least a little bit. And that is what this page looks like. obviously threw in a couple doodles and some colors to make it easier for me to look at, but it is pretty simple, it is pretty doable. Spreads I'm working on at the moment, such as the Familiars and Pets page, as well as actual spell lists and stuff like that. But if you have something in particular you want to see, do comment below and let me know. And thank you so much for watching.